You're in college, you're a CS major, and you're looking at the job market right now. You see the headlines. New grads who haven't gotten jobs in 8 months. Layoffs everywhere. You see all these hiring freezes and you don't know what to do. Let's face it. Unfortunately, the job market is not what it was a year ago, and there's no guarantee it's going to get any better in the next year or two. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, but I'm going to give you the advice that you need to hear in order to not end up like the thousands of other college kids, the thousands of other college kids, the thousands of other college kids who are entering this job market unprepared. So what do you think the number one most important priority for CS majors should be? Is it getting a high GPA? Building a large network? Well, those things are all important, but the one thing that I've seen consistently in every successful CS major is internship experience. Internship experience directly demonstrates to companies that you have worked in the field and you've gained hands-on experience, something that most other CS majors don't have. It shows that other companies have already evaluated you and think that you're good enough to one day work for them. That sets you apart. And in this job market, you're going to need every advantage you can get. So you're a CS major and you want to get your first internship. First off, you need to put in the hours into LeetCode. I know you didn't want to hear it, but there's no way around it. LeetCode isn't the best way for a company to get to know you, but it is the most cost-effective way. And when a company only has 30 minutes to make a decision on you, they do it with a coding problem. Fortunately for you, this is something you can get really good at if you put the time into it. What I recommend is getting a LeetCode premium account. It's $13 a month, and if you get the yearly plan, it's going to be the best investment you can make towards your software engineering career. Now that you have the account, I want you to consistently do problems and track your progress. I don't care how you decide which topics to work on or how many questions you do in a day. The single most important thing is to build consistency. There's no upper bound to how many questions you do in a day, but you must do at least one new question every single day. I like to keep a spreadsheet of all the questions I do. It keeps me consistent and accountable. When I was interviewing, I was doing at least 20 every day, but like I was saying, you don't need to start out with that many. But you do need to do at least one. Take it slow and read through the solutions that other people have shared and compare them with yours, even if you get a problem right on the first try. Make sure you think about time and space complexity after each question and how you can optimize these metrics, because your interviewer will be asking you about those. To be honest, doing LeetCode questions is going to feel overwhelming at first, and that's completely okay. You're going to be spending a lot of time looking at other people's solutions and feeling kind of dumb. That's okay. What's important is that you take the time to learn the concepts and revisit concepts you've already seen to deepen your knowledge. Take your time, just keep doing it day by day, and you're going to make it. A lot of CS majors put all their time into building up their LeetCode skills, and they completely forget about their soft skills. And these people don't get internships.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never.
And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be yourself, but that should not be an excuse to not learn how to best present yourself. And I think a lot of really talented CS majors forget this, and they don't study their behavioral questions, and they suffer as a result of it. Here's the secret. You don't need to lie or exaggerate anything. Go ahead and tell your interviewer about your last class project or that app you're building on the side. Just make sure you're talking about it in a way that conveys this information succinctly and to the point. Your interviewer wants to present their hiring manager a list of bullets of all your highlights, so it's your job to help them out and give them examples of all the qualities in you that demonstrate why you'd make a great intern. You need to practice answers to common behavioral interview questions. These questions are the kind you can easily look up online, and you know what, maybe I'll make a video on it one day too. You don't need to memorize your answers, but you should be familiar enough that you can jump straight into an example instead of having to find one on the spot. Interviewers like to see that you are prepared, and you'll be able to demonstrate that you genuinely care about getting that job. The final, most important piece of advice that I want to give to CS majors and people who want to become software engineers is this. You have to like what you're doing and what you're learning. It doesn't mean you have to, find all your classes super easy or, you want to make a lot of money. That's all nice, but you have to fundamentally enjoy what you're doing and find it engaging. Otherwise, you should do some soul searching and ask yourself if this is something you want to dedicate the rest of your life to. It's a fast-paced industry, and you're going to spend every day working with passionate people who are genuinely curious and highly motivated. I know it's an uncomfortable question to answer, and a lot of people don't want to ask because they would rather be blindly optimistic. I want to be 100% accountable in my own life, and I hope you feel the same way about yours. There are a million other great things you can do, and the world needs you for those things too. If you don't see yourself becoming a software engineer and enjoying it for the next 30 years, it's going to be okay to try something different. What I do want to emphasize is that in the software engineering world, it's very crowded at the bottom, and you don't want to be there. If you think you have what it takes to do great things and you want to keep improving, keep watching my videos and leave a comment on the things you think I should talk about. I've learned a lot of things on my path to becoming a senior software engineer, and I want to share my experiences with you. I'd also really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting out, and I'd really appreciate your support.